Once upon a time, there were two best friends. One of them had a computer and the other one sucked.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Hello. Hello, everybody. This is Actually Villains Incorporated. I'm Actually, and this is Villains.
Anyway, today's topic. We'll just jump right into it. Fuck the intro. Fuck it.
Weirdest thing you'd fuck that isn't a squid.
This intro. I feel like jellyfish was weirder than squid.
Jellyfish. Whatever. That's jokes from years ago.
I also feel like...
Dude, I'm living in 3008 and you're living in 2000 and so late. Like get over it.
Like ghosts, you know? Did you fuck a ghost?
We've already talked about that in fucking White Knight.
We did.
Man, I feel like all of our early content was like, what like a non-human thing would you fuck?
That's true. I mean, that's actually a lot of our current content, too.
Listen.
We haven't changed that much over
just
the years.
because it would be poggers if something fucked me with its monster food a cock doesn't mean it's weird.
Anyway,
we finished Cyberpunk.
We did. Oh yeah,
buggy mess, but honestly, I think a really decent game.
There's a decent game in there.
Like a lot of people are throwing fits for very good reason.
Look, so I'll address the major complaints, right? The AI is...
non-existent.
It's garbage.
Yeah.
It's bad. Whatever it is. I mean, there were games that came out in, like, 2006 that had better AI, frankly.
Fucking Skyrim has a better AI.
Yeah. I mean, it's just...
Like, release Skyrim.
Is what it is. The world interactivity, like, what you can do in the world, what you can actually go out and, like, you know... Just do.
Yeah.
Really, really minimal. It's another game where they have you going from A to B a lot, with nothing in between. Right?
And there's also just a lot of, like, talking quests where it's like, here and then hurry up and wait.
Yeah. Which, honestly, fine. And to be frank, this is a personal quip. The romance options in the game far more limited than I was expecting.
Yeah.
I was expecting a lot.
I also think most of the romance options are garbage.
Yeah. I mean, I'm cool with, like, two of them I think were pretty decently made. But, yeah, I don't know. They limited it. Okay, alright.
Spoiler warning too, I suppose?
I'm gonna tangent here.
This is kind of a spoiler cast, I guess, as well.
I'm gonna tangent away from Cyberpunk a little bit to talk about Mass Effect. Okay? I've talked about Mass Effect as a whole in the past a couple times, and frankly put, Mass Effect 1 through 3.
What if I just started shaving?
It's a fucking masterpiece. Fucking masterpiece series. One complaint, okay? Female Commander Shepard, 100% canon. Everyone who thinks otherwise can suck my dick. Could not get with Talia.
Yeah.
Fucked up. Super fucked up. Just massively fucked up.
I'm considering shaving right now.
Please don't shave.
I'm not going to. It requires a AA battery, which I do not have.
There were gender locking options in the game where you could only get with certain people if you were playing certain genders. Fine. Somewhat realistic, right? Like, real people have gender preferences. That's totally okay. That's totally realistic. This is a video game about space future.
Yeah.
I don't need realistic.
Well, and, like, here's my issue, too. It's why I always say, I have previously been asked, like, why do you always play a girl? And I'm like, because I live as a man. Like it's a video game. Let me be a woman with a monster food a cock, like in Cyberpunk.
I just want to have hot lesbian sex with Talia, And that's something that they just wouldn't give me.
Yeah.
They wouldn't. And there, people were like, that was one of the first games that gave like real gay romance options and stuff. And like, that's cool. But like, I don't know. I guess it was just a stepping stone into the future. And I'm disappointed that Cyberpunk utilizes a same system. There are certain characters that there's basically like one character per like character creation fucking thing. What are you doing?
I'm checking how this would work because this is the eyebrow shaving option. I'm paying attention.
Are you?
Yes.
You're trying to fake shave your eyebrows.
No,
right?
I'm trying to see how it would work. Okay? I'm listening, I promise. Anyway, what were you saying about Pokemon? No,
Anyway.
but yeah, it's like that. I am also disappointed. So, like, again, what I was saying just a couple minutes ago, there's going to be spoilers in this, spoiler cast, whatever, fuck it. If you don't... I'm not going to...
We could actually avoid spoilers. We could actively avoid spoilers.
Well, also, I feel like if I say a name, it's not going to matter.
Probably fair. I don't know.
So, there's a character... it's who we went after, Judy, who was introduced very early. I'm not going to reveal any of her like story significance or anything like that. But like Tokyo discovered this, she will only be a romantic option if you have both a woman's voice and a woman's body.
Yes.
But there's another character where if you have a man's body, you can have any voice, and they will sleep with you. And then there's another character where you have to have a man's voice.
Yep.
So it's like something like that, while cool, is too limiting.
Their character creation system in general was too limiting. They didn't have RGB sliders, which was weird for a lot of stuff. Their tattoo options were preset, and so like you could be tatted up all over, or you could have no tattoos, which was just bizarre to me. Like I'm a man with one tattoo.
I'm a man with many tattoos.
You're a man with many tattoos. Why can't I have just one tattoo? Every time I ever play, like, any game, like play Souls game, do any sort of character creator, I give my character one tattoo. That's what I do, because I'm a one tattoo person. And, like, that might change sometime in the future, but as it stands, I'm developing an avatar to represent me in some way, shape, or form. It's just kind of a signature that I put on there.
And then, like, when I play video games, I usually try and give myself as many tattoos as possible.
So, like, that limiting factor, there were cool options, don't get me wrong, and they had a fairly wide variety of choices.
But like, the best set of tattoos is the first one. It
was super limited. Also, there was a bunch of buzz about the genital editor, right?
Yeah, there were 2 dicks.
You can customize. Yeah, there's 2 dicks, circumcised, uncircumcised.
Yeah.
Come in 3 sizes, which they say is small, medium, and big.
But
right?
those
small,
are
normal, and big.
All of them are bigger than me, so I can't really speak.
I was just going to say there wasn't a lot of variation in size.
I wanted to turn this into a dick size.
You wanted to talk about your penis again?
Yeah, very small.
Anyway. The genitals play, as far as I could tell, no part in the game.
Yeah.
None. There's some sex scenes in the game, I'm not going to lie. There are definitely some sex scenes.
But, like, they don't show your genitals anyway.
They don't show your genitals. They're pre-written. I imagine with the prostitutes, there might be different kinds if you play as a male or as a female.
Yeah.
But here's some spoilers. I played as a female character with the monster food of cock, right?
It was the best.
However, they didn't utilize it at all. None. 0. They had full sex scenes made, and they didn't utilize that, and I was like, what's the point in this? All that can happen, you can, like, take your pants off, right? And on the character screen, it'll show your
ween.
Yeah,
if you have a ween.
It'll show it. But if you actually look down at your character when you're not wearing pants, you got underwear on. You can't even see it. Other people can't see it. They don't react to you not wearing pants, which is fine, I guess, in the Cyberpunk world. But, like, I don't know.
There was that one time you were just full on, like, pantsless.
I was.
Just wang hanging out.
Well, that's the thing, is it wasn't hanging out. It's only hanging out on the character screen. It doesn't hang out actually in-game. They didn't... I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to, like, apply the physics generator to your personal character. Maybe it would have taken up too much memory or some shit. But, like... You can't run around. You can't rock out with the cock out.
Yeah, and listen, we waited like fucking 14 years for this goddamn game. And I get it. You went through like 3 different things. Sony fucked them. The management crunched the actual writers and scripters and coders and everything like that. And this launch went to shit, and even the fucking the top people took responsibility for it. And however,
yeah, all of these things being said, it's a story-driven game with a decent story.
Yeah.
The writing is decent. Again, I wish they allowed you more creativity over your character in the things that you say.
Yeah, there's not a lot of agency.
Well, you're a tough kid from the streets, or even if you
or
choose
you're
a different
not
life path.
Yeah.
You're just a tough person from blank.
Yeah.
And you ain't got time for taking shit. And that was that. You couldn't play a different character than that. Those things being said, still a story-driven game, decent writing. The way that they made your character operate and behave wasn't unrealistic or bad.
Yeah.
It was just limited.
Voice acting, I will say, phenomenal.
Yeah, they got some good voice actors.
Yeah.
Keanu's performance was
great.
Honestly, different than what I expected, and good.
Yeah.
And all of that, I mean, there was a gem of a game kind of in there. A lot of things didn't work properly, very buggy, AI bad, customization limited. As far as an actual RPG game goes, it was better for me than that game that Obsidian released recently. What fucking... It was Fallout, but not Fallout. You know what I'm talking about?
Skyrim?
No. It took place in space. It was kind of retro futurism.
I don't remember.
I played it. It came out a little while back. They released it by surprise, and it was basically Obsidian being thanks for never letting us make another fucking Fallout game.
Outer Worlds?
Outer Worlds. That was it.
And I know a lot of people accidentally played Outer Wilds, which is a superior game, by the way.
Outer Worlds was a great game, don't get me wrong. They released it, it was $30 on release, and it came out kind of as a surprise. There weren't a lot of people super anticipating it. And it was kind of like Obsidian's love letter to the Fallout series, while they're not allowed to make a Fallout game.
Yeah.
That being said, Cyberpunk 2077, I say, was a better game than that. And when Outer Worlds came out, people were hailing it as a really good creative game.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077 definitely falls along those lines. But
controversies notwithstanding,
if it had been a surprise release, if they had come out all of a sudden and been haha, here's Cyberpunk 2077, gotcha, I'm pretty sure people would have gone wild for the game.
Yeah, and I feel people would have been
amazing fucking...
People would have been a lot less frustrated about the kind of buggy mess that was released.
But there was too much hype.
Yeah. Well, so... just kind of moving more just towards video games for this year. So obviously the Game Awards happened not too long ago, a couple days ago, and everyone's fucking pissed that Last of Us 2 won.
Yeah.
Because I don't actually think it's that good of a game. I love The Last of Us, and I would call it a masterpiece, but Last of Us 2 isn't even the best game on its own console. Fucking Demon Souls remake came out. Which,
It wasn't eligible, though, I don't think.
Yeah, it's not, but that's what I'm saying. It's not even the best game on its console. Let alone Game of the Year. And, I know a lot of people are saying, a company that crunches its employees and treats them poorly shouldn't win, best game of the year. I think that's a dumb reasoning. I think the fact that it wasn't the best game of the year shouldn't win it.
Yeah, I mean...
it didn't review that well, as far as I know.
Regardless of how you make the game, honestly, the game should stand for itself.
Yeah.
Last of Us was really split reviews. Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
They went a very unique direction with the game.
I want to see what Metacritic gives it 93, GameStop gives it 3.5. Like, Metacritic generally, user score is 5.7. This honestly doesn't matter all that much, but that is a lot of rating.
Well, I mean, it's just like people were expecting a thing, and they got a different thing. And that's okay. That's okay. I don't know. I don't really want to get into this so much. I just want to take a nap.
So, anyway, actually, we've got plenty of time. What should we end on? No, this isn't a bit. Come up with something. Fine. I will end this podcast. Thank you, everyone, for coming. And my dick don't work. That's why it does. Call me. Somebody. Anybody. Especially Tony. Ask me about my wiener. Say something.
Okay, alright, I'll bring it back. I'll come in. I'll come back in for this moment, for this bit, for this section of this bit, of this joke, right now, about your penis. Does it work? I mean, be real, be honest here. Does it work anymore? Who cares about how big it is or how small it is? Does it work? Does it drive A to B?
I'm just saying.
No.
No. There's a reason they call it the noisy cricket.